Okay, good evening, everyone. Sorry about the 2-minute delay. There seems to be a new feature on Restream, so yeah, I apologize there. I think we're all set. I keep dropping things. All right. So late posts. I don't have a lot to suggestions tonight, so we're just gonna kind of wing it. I was drawing a witch earlier for a project. This is the last, kind of where this witch started from was a few weeks ago with the live stream of the jousting witch with the chainsaw. So we're going to close her, open a new, let's see, 18 by 18 inch. Again, let me know how it sounds and looks. One of the side effects of not doing these often is all my settings get redone. So, all right, that is definitely not the size I wanted, but let's see. Who cares? So we're gonna just save this one as 2025 09 21, I think, right? Yes. Okay. So I think I feel like drawing Yogi Bear. And while we're drawing, if you have any suggestions, please let me know. All right. So I think he should be. Oh, we could have Yogi on a bicycle. So I think that's what we're going to do. So again, welcome. I have not been spending as much time on social media because it's a cesspool. So I'm going to start trying to do these more regularly, once a week, so I can stay engaged with some really good friends and family and some longtime fans of my artwork and comics. And this is just a healthier way to stay in touch. So, okay. So, I'm going to have Yogi and Boo Boo escaping the ranger, if we can do this. So, let's see. Yogi on a bike with Boo Boo, stealing a picnic of baskets from the ranger. So we're going to have it going this way. I think Yogi is going to be not the best, let's see, bicyclist, so he's a bear after all. This. He's going to be holding his hat here, wide-eyed but always smiling. And his arm here. So we'll have the handlebars of the bike. And again, if you've watched me draw in the past, ever very loose start. This. feel like Boo Boo has to be on the back somehow in a car seat or something like this. And he is, let's see, going to be the carrying of the picnic basket here. This. Do. Okay. And we'll move this all over. Should the ranger be on something like driving or just running? Do. He's going to be yelling. Something a little like this. But I think we're going to change the way they're leaning too far back. So I'm going to change this up here. So, all right. So got my first sketch just to, putting lines down just to put lines down. So to get a better view of the bike and Boo Boo, I'm going to be having the bike facing down more. And then Yogi kind of kicking back. So, okay. So, first exploratory sketch there. Let's add this. So now I want the bike like this. And again, very loose. There's the seat. And there's that back wheel. And this way, as we have a bit of a basket. So Yogi will be here. Do and kind of his body like this. Shoulders here. Still holding his hat. That. Boo boo. Still on his feet. Like this. So he's like not quite on the seat. Bouncing up. And there is poor Boo Boo. Sitting on the basket with his head and ears. Again, holding this basket up like this. And the basket's probably going to be open with sandwiches flying out, maybe. Okay. I think that is going to be a better pose, and they can kind of be coming down a hill like this with the ranger reaching out like this. And then like this. Angry. Okay. So here's sketch number 2. And again, we can put on the do this. Cool. So sketch number 1, a little too flat. Sketch number 2, I think, has much more potential. So I think we'll bring this one to fruition. All right. So feel free to say hi, pop in, ask questions, tell me how your day was, if it was good, how was your weekend, all of that jazz. So, all right, I'm going to darken up my pencil a bit. I'm going to stay on this layer. I'm not worrying about tightening up yet. So, I got some reference of good old Yogi up. And we're going to kind of go at it here. This. And he'll eventually have a little bit of. My style is based on a lot of Hanna-Barbera anyways, so when I do these characters, it kind of just comes a bit more natural, comes out. So, oops, there's that. Do. And there's kind of his butt. Like this. This other leg. It's going to be like this. Boop, boom. This, and then this arm will come down to the bike. He's got small fingers, but and then this arm will be up here, keeping his hat on. Let's see, and that is built like this a bit, and up like that, back of it. And there's 10. Let's get the big old smile. And of course, he's got his collar. And this gives us a great opportunity because this tie can act as a indicator of movement, which helps. And then that. Boom, boom. Try not to use too many straight lines. All right. I think he's. Let's see. I'm not sure that's gonna do this. Cool. All right. So we have a bike tube here. Doesn't have to be perfect, but definitely based in some kind of reality of the bikes here. Here's the other one. This way, so bike here. There's the front wheel. Cool. All right. So it's got its hat. This. Cool. And then we've got just adding some volume. So I know what's going on. This. This one. Cool. And I might actually throw him up a little bit further. Beep, beep, maybe. Let's try it. All right. Let's see. Hey, Joey. Thank you so much, man. How are you? Everything sounding all right? All right. All right. There's that. Just picking him off the bike a bit. That's that. Cool. There. And again, this is a very quick first sketch. We're about, 15 minutes in. All right. There's the bike seat. Pedals. This. Like that. Cool. Now we can add Poor Boo Boo. Let's see. Boo Boo is going to be a little bit more fussed about the whole sandwich theft and getaway choice, so much bigger ears compared. Let's see. And it's got bow tie going on here. It's going to be this. His feet are bent up this. And his arm here with the picnic basket. Might be fun if there was multiple picnic baskets. Yes. Yeah, it'd be fun. That way I can show them bouncing. And we'll have this going this way. That. I'll straighten all these out in a minute. Cool. All right. I'm going to shrink it a little bit. All right. Let's see. Take a sip. All right. We got our main characters here. I think we're going to have bottom of this one showing. Let's see. Get this back here. Back that. Cool. All right. And then we'll pencil in really quickly the ranger. All right. I'll bring up some reference. Last time I did a Yogi picture, I had a lot of fun of showing the end result of the ranger winning. You can go to my website or dig through my Instagram for that one, because that was one of my favorite illustrations. And yeah, I've always felt bad for the ranger for all the crap he has to endure from this silly bear. I don't group poor Boo Boo in with Yogi, because I think he gets brought into a lot of this by sheer loyalty and not the decision maker. That's how much time I put into thinking about Yogi as the perpetrator of all this. So, way too much thought. All right, let's see. This hat going backwards to show more. Let's see. I don't have to show so much of that. Okay. He is going to be like this. His colors there. Boop, boop. All right. And again, try to get that consistent line of action. Do, do. This. Like that. And this leg. Like this. And his reach and arm. Do, do. Do, do. His cuff, and then his tie is also a great way to show movement. This hand, like that, like this here. Cool. Cool. Do. All right, and then belt. I think he's too short, a little too stout for the ranger. He needs to be a bit longer. So we'll do this. Yeah. I am coming up blank to the ranger's actual name. Wow. I have to actually look it up. Do. No, I don't want to use AI. Ranger Smith. Okay. Wow. I was drawing a blank. So we got Ranger Smith. Do. Chasing our mischievous bears again. Poor Boo Boo is just picked poorly in the friend department. We've got multiple families being disappointed with their stolen picnic baskets. Do. Handles. This way. Cool. All right. So I think this is all a little bit out of proportion. So I'm going to take Ranger Smith, shrink him down, put him here, and then we're going to bring up Yogi and Boo Boo size-wise, this. Cool. Sweet. So we got, let's see, 25 minutes in. We've got a pretty good layout and composition. We've got a nice hill. Again, we're not going to have anybody touching, I think, our trees, the background. Go this way. We'll even bring some mountains in. Frame it a bit here. Cool. All right. So now let's spend the next half hour or so kind of cleaning up these pencils. Let's see. I want it here. Oops. All right. So now take that layer, shrink it. We'll probably separate each character this way, so we can finalize the composition. Yogi is having a good time, so he's going to be here. That. There's that center line. And you like this, and then bring its head in like that. Just make his collar a simple shape for now. Here. That. I want to bring his head up a bit like that. Okay. Again, good old time from Mr. Yogi. Now it is a rectangle. That coming over his shoulder. I think get rid of that tangent coming. Actually, I think we can do that. And then his hand. Like this. Now, I don't want that. So, fingers like that. Over his palm. Alright. And then, keeping kind of some squareness to those lines. Like that. Keep you this. And the other foot. Alright. We're going to do the handlebars as part of his character. So that. So right away, should be wearing a helmet. We know this, but it's cartoon. So, alright, so there's the handlebars. There's Yogi. There's his Boo-doo. Not quite sure if I like that yet. This. Let's see. His thumb is on that side. Alright, there we go. 2, 2, 3. Boom. Cool. Save that. That's Yogi. Add a new layer for Boo Boo. And give Boo Boo here some little bit more movement. He is definitely not the thrill seeker. So this is all very traumatic for poor Boo Boo. That. Open up that expression a bit more. Big ear. There's that. Cool. Do-do-do. He's got his bow tie there and here with the collar. So what I'm going to do is, let's see, there's the first basket. This. There we go. I'm going to do that behind him. There's that. There's this. So this arm is here. It's going to be more this and that. Doop. I'm going to make a basket underneath here. This. Okay. And now his hand. It's a bit smaller. It is. Let's see. Yeah. I'm not going to see that thumb. Sorry, I'm doing poses in the camera. All right. Now we're right on track. 35 minutes in. As I keep sinking lower into my chair. Amazing posture I have. All right. So this handle is here. Boop, boop, boop. That here, and then we'll give these some dimension here. covers here. There we go. Cool. And then, of course, we'll give it the very typical picnic basket look. That's here. That seems a bit off. Let's see. Don't like it, so we'll try this. That. Then this one's here. We're going to give this one the same treatment. I was going to have them opening, but I think with the movement of having 3 of them kind of stacked and flying around, I don't need that opening. Maybe the top one will open. Yes. Again, very, very much all primitive shapes. This one, this, there's the side, that, this one will be headed to the back here. Don't like it. So, boop, like that. I still don't like it. Just like that. Cool. Boom, boom, boom. Cool. All right. Reposition here. All right. Let's check messages across the board here. Let's see. Cool. All right. We'll come back. That. All right. So that's Boo Boo and the picnic baskets. The only thing I could do here is, let's try this. His feet way up like this. Yeah, that's could be better. This. He's got those pretty sharp knees. Cool, like that. Cool. All right. Yeah, it's a little better. You could be sweating a bit. And under here just a bit. Cool. All right, there's Boo Boo. So let's try to do the bike now. So if I've got the basket that he was sitting on, that kind of comes down to this wheel a bit, again, without being too realistic here. Don't want to go nuts. Got that. Got the seat tube here. Square that out so I know what I'm doing. This. Boop, boop. That. And then we've got that tube down here. And then we've got a seat. Kind of like this. Boop, boop. For Yogi to sit on. Front tube here. Then we've got the front of the fork. This. Like this. Cool. And then this is the wheel hub. And again, one of the things that I struggled with big time when I used to start drawing cars years ago and bikes is really worried about the accuracy of the wheels were always, of course, the hardest. And once I kind of let that go a bit, I know the rules, I know the basics and all of it. And I know the perspective. And then once you kind of get through that, you just kind of let go a bit and not stress as much about it and make, some straight lines in your wheels and just start playing with it. It was way better for me. And my drawings were looser and yeah, it was just much better. So that whole spiel is about trying to let some of that stress go of getting things absolutely perfect. You know the basics of anatomy. You don't have to be an expert. It doesn't have to be perfect. If you know the basics of how things function, how they work, like bikes and cars, again, you don't have to be an expert on drawing them perfectly. Just have an understanding where some of the parts lie and it will come through and it'll be much easier. And you'll stop stressing over it. And your art will be looser, a lot more fun. Alright, so we have a basket or a rack. Without being too worried about perfection and accuracy. This. And we have our pedals. Cool. So we shut that off. I think I can actually. Yeah, it's fine. And then we can add some tread to the mountain bike, which I'm sure is as stolen as the picnic baskets. And we'll add the Ranger in a minute. So as this gets further and further along, I'll probably add a background, sketch, maybe some incidental characters like animals running across the path. Cool. Oops. Give it some outline here. This. Big golden down tube. Yogis. Cool. Alright, so we got our main characters. Let's turn this back on. I'm going to draw the ranger next. Let's get him drawn. All right. Cool. I wonder why this guy's always so angry. It's just stupid bear's always ruining his quiet. I absolutely fell in love with the Hanna-Barbera style years ago, and it's come through in almost all my cartooning art. That. I'm going to give him a little bit more dimension than the actual tune. Belt buckle, belt, legs, and then this, all this body shape. And we're going to give him this. It does have a bit of a heel. So, this. Try to keep that angle right. Do. This. Oops. Do that. And then his tie, again, helps with that sense of movement. And this is and the background here, hair, and his hat. Keep that off his nose a bit. This, and then that. Follow that head shape a bit. Don't see much of the brim. And let's see. Kind of reaching out for Yogi or Boo Boo. Like that. And let's see. Looking at my reference. There we go. Cool. All right. So if we shut off the wrong layer, we have a pretty solid ranges coming up over the hill. We've got picnic baskets, which, where's Boo Boo? I'm going to open this one. This. So if this one is opening from here, this, and this one is kind of the same here. There's always sausage links for some reason, because again, it's all about things that show movement easier, making it more dynamic. So this, that. Let's see what else can we throw in there. Cool. All right. I like the overall pose of it. Let's see, where are we for time? 50 minutes. Not bad. Go back to the ranger since he's kind of our background. Put some grass in here. I think to give it some depth, we'll do tree here. Oops. Give it some bark. This. Like that. A little bit of a tree stump, maybe some flowers. That. Cool. And then let's get some mountains. This. And since we're coming up over the top of the tree wall, or the top of the hill, we're going to lay out some trees like this. So you see the underside of them. Maybe some background here. And some back here. And then, let's see. Maybe some clouds. So, I'm even going to shape the clouds a bit. This. Like that. Cool. I love drawing Yogi. All right, let's take 7 minutes and we'll just tighten this up. Oops. Just to give me some. This. It's going to come under the collar. That. There's that. And then. There we go. Cool. Of course, Joey. Have at it. Ask away. Clean this up. What do we got? do. Oops. I was supposed to only be outlining yogi here on this layer. Oh, do. All right, I'll go to Boo Boo while we wait for Joey. Do. Let's see. I'll look other. Cool. Beans there. All right. A few more minutes. We'll see if we can get Joey's request to come through. We'll get off yogi here. Go to the bike. Name that layer. Do. Keep these pieces nice and chunky here. We can actually do some of that. Oops. Erasing the wrong thing. There we go. Do. Let's see. Yeah, that'd be great. So if you go to Instagram or kind of send me a description and we can sketch that up next time we go live. I'm just about finished here for the night. But yeah, send me a message on either Facebook or I can send you, I don't know if I have a link today on this page to my website. So let me send you my email. And yeah, I can help you out with that. Yeah, just send me email there and what you need and what you want, and we can definitely help you out with that, Joey. Super appreciate you stopping by and watching. So yeah. Cool. So just wrapping this up, a couple minutes. Kind of giving this bike some. We got our little ride along for our Boo Boo here. Give it some shape. Handlebars were on Yogi's layer. Oops, that's the pen. Give it some grippy texture. That. More grippy texture. And again, I like just use simple lines to volumize this and give it some legitimacy. Let's see. This is Boo Boo. Cool. He is definitely frightened. His arm comes in here. Yes. And I do like his feet up here more, where he is without question flying off the seat. I'm going to get rid of this tangent here. And we're just going to curve this up here. That. Back to Boo Boo. Finish him up. Do. Cool. Do. Yeah, of course, Joey. Appreciate you coming by and watching, and yeah, I can help you out with what we can. All right. There's the first picnic basket. Give that some dimension. And again, I might do one more pass on this at some other time. I think this one will become a finished illustration eventually. I haven't done too many just fun illustrations for myself in the last few months, so I've been very busy at the gaming studio, and I just took on a large freelance gig that ended, so there's not been a lot of me time for art, so this was fun, so I appreciate it, everyone, for stopping by and having fun with it. And keeping it nice and light and fast. Give this one some fast. I think the top needs to be a little bit more bent. There's our obligatory camping sausage links from 50s cartoon. There's the weave. All right. So we are just over an hour. So we are going to end it here. Got a pretty good scene going. I might actually, yeah, I think this will make a good finished illustration. So we can probably revisit some things and finish it up hopefully sometime this week. Put some trees in and paint up some mountains. Keep these dimensions. Awesome. So again, happy Sunday. Thank you all for stopping by and interacting. And yeah, Joey, I'll wait for an email from you. And yeah, we will see you guys hopefully a week from tonight. So again, thank you all. Good night and enjoy your week. Yogi Bear says good night.